Hello and welcome to another edition of Way or No Way. Last time I reviewed the abysmally inept and chronologically challenged Superman Shazam First Thunder Issue 2. Today we take a look at Issue 3. But first, a quick recap.
Sivana called Luthor 1 week ago on how to deal with Captain Marvel, who crushed his robot minions the week after said meeting took place. Superman meets Captain Marvel at the museum facing the same cultist thieves who stole artifacts in Metropolis the night before Sivana called. While Chuck Norris roundhouse kicked Godzilla's atomic fire breath back at him, and Kirby was in a lightsaber duel with Yoda. Then Sam and Dean Winchester run out of gas in the middle of Silent Hill while Batman and Spider-Man walk their Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse respectively. And then Jefferson Airship gets into a dogfight with Aerosmith, while Johnny Cash sang Dark Side of the Moon, and Stevie Wonder's playing BYOB on Guitar Hero with the Black Knight from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And if that wasn't enough, someone needed 61 scissors, and the walrus Cuckoo could shoot his way up the Rainbow Bridge to have sex with Mrs. Robinson. All the while, a Boga Bland starts playing Enter Sandman, and Weird Al Yankovic's in a porno with Kathy Bates! Ah!
Needless to say, the less said about it, the better. So let's see how Issue 3 can possibly pull us out of the eldritch horror of confusion and time displacement, or send us careening even further into madness. I can't wait.
We open our comic not where we left off, but with a brief origin story about the villain Eclipso. It began the way most things do, as a creation of nature. And here I thought it was all just one gigantic explosion of random that they taught me in public school. It was the spirit of vengeance.
So I guess that makes the Spectre Spirit of Vengeance Vista?
Birthed to maintain order in the universe, to administer retribution, to punish the wicked. Also to make sure Rob Schneider never makes another movie ever again. But unattached to a human host, it lacked a sense of morality.
It actually enjoyed Rob Schneider's acting abilities, sense of Adam Sandler-esque slapstick, and comedic timing.
To make a long story short, God / the source / the presence / I don't know, confined the spirit into hundreds and thousands of black diamonds and spread them across the universe. Way to go, undefined omnipresent intelligence. Instead of containing and eliminating a sociopathic entity, you've merely unleashed it upon all sentient life in that which you were supposed to watch over. Score 1 for Christopher Hitchens. One of the diamonds lands on Earth, of course, and Bruce Gordon ends up in a fight with the man who had the diamond first. We don't know if Gordon killed the guy or if the guy just decided, "Dude, it's just a rock, here, take it," and fled in terror. All we know and are supposed to care about is Bruce Gordon has the gem of Eclipso and is now a man who dresses in gaudy spandex and likes looking like Mel Gibson in Braveheart in a jester's hood. Turning the page, we see Shazam musing over the history of Eclipso, and today finds himself gripped with something unfamiliar. Fear.
Fear and gas from yesterday's chili dog surprise.
Over to the next scene with, "Aw, come on! We're not gonna pick up where the action left off from last issue? This is the second time they've done that in this series." We cut to the tracking Billy Batson subplot with Spec. You know, the guy Judd Winnick created for the sole purpose of padding this story and has never been featured in any other book, either by Winnick or any other writer at DC Comics. It's like Judd put the character on the same bus as Richie Cunningham's older brother Chuck from Happy Days, or Caitlin from Heroes Season 2, and told the driver to floor it. Anyway, Mr. And He Was Never Seen Again goes up to a group of homeless people and starts waving around a large wad of bills.
Oh, that's a smart strategy. Wave money in front of a large group of people who are desperate for currency in order to find a suitable shelter, something to eat, or any number of reasons for which they would want money. Brilliant.
Not only that, he isn't even armed or has any powers other than leaping great distances and supposedly tracking people. Why should he need their help anyway? Why didn't he just follow Billy into the subway to his mattress anyway? Wouldn't he be able to spot a reasonably well-dressed young man in a group of homeless folks in a subway? Not only that, the kid seems to keep newspaper articles of his conquests. You mean to tell me he couldn't put two and two together and figure out this was his hiding spot?
Deeper, I get into this story, the more mind-blowingly dumb it becomes. I sense plot holes up ahead. I better take precautions. There. Now I'm ready.
Speck talks to different homeless folks, finding out that apparently most of these folks either know nothing about Billy Batson, as well as nothing about how to converse with other human beings. "We boys, man. You want to see him? I can hook you up."
Look, lady, I'm not Chris Hansen. That's not what I'm here for, you sick freak.
"All of you are lying. Your skins, your hearts, all tell me you're lying." So what, he's a human lie detector too? He finds all of them are willing to take him to the kid, except for one, and that's the one he thinks isn't lying to him. And for the sake of the plot and Speck's writer-mandated awesomeness, he isn't lying. We finally cut to the point where our comic left off, as Superman and Captain Marvel fly into Faucet City. "You know him?" "No, but I'm getting a hit off him." "What kind of hit?" "What else?" "Magic!"
Magic, because we don't have to explain it.
"Yes, flee, run, or succumb to the power that burns through me." Really? Shouldn't that be just succumb to the power that burns through me? He's actually telling people to run away from him as he's going on a massive killing spree. Anyway, Superman and Captain Marvel jump into the fight, and big scary demon guy blasts him with hellfire. Look at this. They have him in their clutches, and suddenly they don't. It's like he said, wait, hold on. I got something to tell you. Chicken butt! Meanwhile, at Faucet City's Solar Center, our other villain is making his move. "It is but a foothold. A small step towards greater acquisition. I should not be greedy. This world has that adage that Rome was not built in a day."
The world also thinks that speeches should have a flippin' point.
Eclipso uses the solar panels and fires a beam of darkness into the already eclipsed sky, I guess, and suddenly it's raining darkness. Captain Marvel manages to protect Superman from the beams, but the innocents on the ground aren't so lucky. What is it? I'm not sure, but my gut tells me that our problem just got bigger.
I'll say, it's an army of Braveheart impersonators.
No, the crowd of running, fleeing civilians have also become possessed by Eclipso. While things get worse for our heroes, we cut to Dr. Savannah's skyscraper as he admires his handiwork. "What is it now? I'm attempting to enjoy the apocalypse." And again, I question the wisdom in this transaction. There's deals with the devil, but this... "It is a deal with the devil, Mr. Tan, but don't forget who's actually providing the pitchforks."
Come on down to Home Depot for our Apocalypse Going Out of Existence sale. We have pitchforks running at 5 for $5. Get them now or burn in hell.
Amazingly, while all this goes on, Speck shows up. "How did you manage to dodge the fire and brimstone falling from the skies?" "I've always been good at walking between the raindrops, Doctor." "What the hell does... Oh, screw it, I don't care anymore." Speck gives Savannah the information, and then he disappears from the comic, never to be seen again.
Goodbye, Speck. Sorry you were basically just a plot device that was relegated to only this story. Enjoy the abyss of character oblivion. Say hi to Spider-Man's marriage while you're there!
Meanwhile, back at the part of the story that I'm actually interested in, Eclipso starts gloating about his victory when Superman smashes the solar panel. "What is this, inane trickery?" "No trick. I just took your machine apart. You're next." Eclipso blasts Superman with his black diamond, which strangely doesn't turn Superman into a Braveheart clone either. "I've wondered what sort of being you actually are. You smell of flesh, of blood, of bone."
Of troll crap.
"You smell mortal." "Good. I won't tell you what you smell of."
Oh, witty Winnick banter. You fail on so many levels.
Eclipso corrects, saying he was noting Superman's heart and humanity. He then orders his newly turned minions to dogpile on Superman, hoping he'll kill them trying to fight them off. Meanwhile, Captain Marvel is fighting big scary demon guy in midair. I'm sorry to see Superman is too cowardly to face me. More like he's got bigger fish to fry than a low-rent, demonic, force-wielding butt troll. If you're not gonna stop hitting the he's a kid part of the anvil, at least leave Star Wars out of this. You will know who I am. You will know who brings your death. I am your opposite. I am the shadow that falls across your light. I am the darkness that eclipses this day. The power from below.
He is the terror that flaps in the night. He's your egomaniacal documentary filmmaker who'd rather preach his ideals than actually give you an even-handed opinion on key political hot points. He is Darkwing Moore!
I am the instrument of evil, the conduit of the underworld's acquisition of this small realm. I am the right hand of every entity. Ew. Every Lord of Darkness that fills my name. Apparently this is the point where Captain Marvel has an idea and punches big scary demon guy. Wait, did he punch him twice with the same hand, or did his punch connect in one panel then send him flying back into the second? Back to Eclipso versus Superman. You see, Superman, when tested, they will always turn towards their hate. They will not be harmed. Not by my hand. Never by my hand.
But with my foot, I'll hurt him all day long.
Superman then starts vibrating. Okay. Then it looks like he's using his super breath to gently push them away. Okay. Taking to the skies, he looks and sees the cultists. There, the thieves who stole the artifacts. Seems they have other plans for them.
Like taking him to the Antique Roadshow and making some sweet bank.
Superman then does his best Wile E. Coyote impression, smashing the cavern of the cultists, breaking the spell, ending their magical eclipse. We are born from darkness into the light, and thus humanity by its very nature fears the unknown. It fears the dark. Dark hearts as well as skies. So every time it turns night, we turn into Frady Cat Braveheart cosplayers? Damn, damn, damn! To tread so close and to be denied. Denied what exactly? Basically, your plan consisted of turning people into slaves and trying to take over the world. And all that at the prodding of a guy who wanted to destroy a building for the insurance money. As far as evil plans go, this one's gotta be the dumbest one I've heard in a while. Bruce Gordon, right? Yes. What's happened? Well, let's just say you had a long night. But now the sun is out.
Ha!
Captain Marvel once again takes his fight with big scary demon guy into the air, this time over the ocean. It goes back and forth with Captain Marvel, and he tries taunting him, but the monster only gets madder. I am no demon, no simple stripling. I am the wielder of the powers of the immortal Dark Lords. A creature with no name, no title? Then big scary demon guy, in a bout of tragic irony, shouts, I am Lord Sabak! Suddenly, Sabak transforms back into Timothy Barnes, who falls from a great height into the water.
All of that doesn't stink for a supervillain. Can you imagine going to a town and rampaging through there, and all people have to do to stop you is ask you what your name is? Poor guy. He's gonna need an ID badge saying, hello, my name is Sabak.
Captain Marvel stops Timmy from becoming Sabak again, and tells him they're off to see the wizard. Ha, 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 ha. Captain Marvel then meets Superman at Star Labs in Metropolis, where he tells him that Professor Hamilton is studying Bruce Gordon as well as the Black Diamond of Eclipso. Captain Marvel lets Superman know that he imprisoned Tim Barnes in the Shadow's aura of the Rock of Eternity. Superman doesn't understand, and neither do I. Is that some kind of supernatural Alcatraz or something? If you ever need help replacing that cape, just say the word. Thanks anyway, but that's all I have to do. Just say the word and I've got a new one. I don't understand! And goes the dynamite. Back at his secret hideout of a subway station in plain view of homeless folks, Jeez, man, you made it sound like you wanted to go to the movies with him or something. Man, you're just jealous because I'm rolling with Superman. What Scott says next is pretty much how anyone who just heard Billy frickin' Batson say that line would respond. Did you just say rolling with Superman? I hope the whitest kid in Faucet City did not just spit out that he was rolling with Superman. It'd be too painful. You're telling me. Just as Billy is about to rub Scott's face in his superhero life some more, acting like a total and complete dick, Billy hears something, and the last page of the comic shows Billy and Scott staring down a group of heavily armed soldiers who proceed to open fire at the reader. Now, I know Savannah in the earlier stories tried to kill Billy Batson, but in those books it was usually by tying him up and leaving him in some kind of ridiculous death trap. But here it's darker and more disturbing that he'd have children gunned down by hitmen, and that hitmen would actually accept such a target. Sorry if I seem a little naive here, but that's just me.
This comic doesn't suck as much as the last issue did, but it does suck. The fights are all over the place, the motives of the villains are questionable even for villains, and the dialogue is just god-awful. Without the spec-tracking Captain Marvel subplot, this story would have been over by now. But nope. Next time we review Superman Shazam First Thunder Issue 4, where the entire story is pretty much the wrapping up of a plot involving a one-shot character who has editorially mandated powers, receives no comeuppance for his part in the story, and is also never seen or mentioned again. Ever. By anyone. Well, see you next time, folks.